My name is Tricia Friedman, and today I want to talk to you briefly about the backstory behind a mega prompt that I am recommending to others that they try out. This mega prompt sets you, the user, up with a panel. So, if you've been listening to the show for any length of time, you know that I talk often about generative AI tools like ChatGPT as a thought partner. What if you take that concept and you say, you know what? This generative AI tool is not just going to be a thought partner, it's going to be a panel of distinctive thinkers. And critically, that panel is going to actually have a little argument that you need it to have. Okay, before I tell you the specifics of that mega prompt, let me give you the context of why I drafted it in the first place. Hopefully by now you know that I love futures literacy. I love the work that I get to do with schools around it. And essentially, futures literacy asks us to pay attention, to pay very close attention to the things that we are seeing, to what we are hearing. It really is, hey, notice more, get curious. So I was having a phone conversation with my parents recently. My dad has always been an avid, lifelong gardener. Both of my parents are very skilled in that arena. And they got my wife and I into the idea of growing our own veggies indoors during the winter using grow lamps. And for anybody who knows anything about that world, there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to consider, and there's a whole industry around it that sells all different kinds of gadgets and technology to help you make the most of growing your veggies indoors. So, my parents and I were having this conversation about how this seems to be growing in popularity and how we're noticing a lot more products going to market. And my dad asked what I think is behind that as a driving catalyst, as a factor. And we had a conversation, and that conversation made me very aware of both of us are making assumptions about why this is growing in popularity, which means most likely our biased brains are missing out on another angle. And that's why I was thinking more about how, as a futurist, I can use generative AI to help me push through some of those assumptions and to, again, want to return to the human conversations that I care so deeply about. So I think when we approach AI literacy from that standpoint of starting with what's a recent conversation that you had where you noticed actually coming to an answer or coming to a better understanding means you've got to wrestle a little bit more with your biases. Then can you engage AI to support you so that it acts as a bridge back to that conversation? Generative AI not as a replacement for human conversation, but as a tool that can enhance it and sustain it. Okay, so I'm going to read out to you. This is a little bit long, and please know that the full copy of it is available for you in the video description, in the show notes. So if you want to try this out for yourself, you don't have to be curious about why indoor gardening is taking off. You just need to be curious about something. And my recommendation is it's fun to actually be curious about something that you are talking about with someone else. Okay, so the name of this prompt is the Anticipatory Sense-Making Panel. And it begins with me assigning a role to the generative AI tool. So I start by saying, you are my anticipatory sense-making panel. This panel supports anticipatory learning, not prediction or recommendations. Its role is to examine how an emerging signal is being interpreted, which futures are being implicitly prioritized, and where my personal bias might limit the needed learning. You will start with questions for me. You will ask me 3 questions, one at a time. Each question should build on my previous response and help surface my assumptions and rationale for bringing the panel this signal. Then, after all three questions are answered, you will simulate a closed door panel discussion. Two of the panel members will disagree on a key point. Do not share the conversation transcript. Finally, you will produce a concise panel notes alongside one and only one information structure from the list below. Select the structure that best fits with our conversation. Please choose from a matrix, a checklist, a pyramid diagram, a cycle diagram, a funnel diagram, a swim lane diagram, an affinity diagram. The three panel perspectives consist of an anticipatory researcher who examines alternative interpretations, questions what is being normalized, and surfaces assumptions about the future. A strategic trade-off lead who identifies what this signal makes easier, harder, more tempting, or more costly, and what may be deprioritized as a result. And lastly, a filmmaker who clarifies which narratives might be shaping opinions, and they are also looking for interesting questions to ask in their next film. Now, let's begin our conversation. So when you take that whole prompt, that mega prompt to a tool like ChatGPT, again, it's going to start by asking you questions. And it is important that I gave that directive of only one at a time. The questions build on top of each other. Um, you might decide actually to change out the personas on the panel. I have tested out a bunch of different ones. And I found that having the filmmaker, who again is looking for interesting questions, that I've been really happy with how that has played out. The different list of information structures, from the matrix, checklist, etc. I have found I was initially giving it a much longer list, and I have found that if I shorten that list, I'm actually getting more variety over time. It's really fun as an added bonus after you've gone all the way through with this mega prompt to ask the generative AI tool to provide you with the rationale for why it chose that structure. This is helping me learn more about information architecture, sometimes referred to as IA. If you're a reader of the Shifting Schools AI newsletter, I've been kind of on my soapbox proclaiming that I think IA is going to be very, very critical in 2026. So, yes, is this a huge mega prompt with a lot going on? It absolutely is. And I have to be honest with you, I spent hours and hours refining it. I was watching the Eagles play the Commanders in the background and just tinkering with this, trying it out with some different models until I got to something that actually not only nudged my thinking, but has me really excited to have my next phone call with my parents to talk more about how this stretched my thinking in regards to our initial conversation. And this is where I feel so passionate about using generative AI for that social emotional learning piece. I do think there is real potential in using this technology to deepen our dialogue, to listen better to others, and to, as a default, want to seek out opinions that are different from our own. I think this is very good for us as learners and as leaders. If you want to try out that full prompt, I'd love to hear back from you how you use it. And if you're interested in learning more about my Futures Literacy approach to AI literacy, there's a link for you to learn more about that as well. I hope that you enjoy putting together a panel of perspectives for yourself.